Hey YouTube, this is the Dawson Inferno with another deck profile. Last night I came first at locals with floowandereeze. This is the first deck. This is a deck I finally came first with. I think I enjoyed the deck pretty well, and I'm glad I did well last night. So let's get on with the deck profile then. First, free Rabina. For the level 1 floowandereeze monster, I play a free Rabina, free Eglin, 1 token, 1 string. These are standard ratios. What you always want to play 3 of these because these are mainly how your combo goes off, because you go normal Rabina, effect, search this, then get all your other stuff out. These are just one-offs because you don't really go into these that much. You don't summon them that often, but they're still quite good in the deck. And Eglin does the same thing as Rabina, but search for level 7 a high winged beast monster. Yeah, so I'll just give me 1 second. What would you go? Normal Rabina, effect, grab Eglin, then additional normal summon this and tribute them off for another monster, or just continue normal summoning. It's up to you. But yep, and for the level 7 monster, and for the other high level floowandereeze monsters I play is 2 M-Pen. What M-Pen does, like when it's summoned, and add a floowandereeze spell and trap from your deck to your hand. And if your opponent specials a monster attack and tries to activate their effect, they can't activate their effect. So this is quite handy against special summon monsters that have to be an attack, which is really handy. And like the others, additional normal summon, which is handy. And for the other winged beasts I play, 1 Mist Valley, 1 Rise of the Mega Monarch, 1 Barrier Statue. What these do is Mist Valley is an Omni negate when I return 1 Mist Valley card from my deck from my field to the hand. This is the only one I play, so I just always use this card. But Rise it does, I control 1 card in my opponent's field and 1 in my graveyard. The first target goes to the top of your deck, and the target in my grave comes back to my hand. And if I tribute someone using a normal summon monster, I can add an additional card from my field to my hand. So I can add a card from my grave and bounce this, because then I have another 3 bounce for later. Windberry is you can only special summon wind monsters, which I only normal summon. I don't really go into my extra deck. I just use these. Oh, something else I forgot to mention in the video. The level 1 floowandereeze monsters like Rabina, Eglin, Token, and Stray, they have an effect when a winged beast monster is normal summoned. I can add these back to my hand from my banish to my hand, because when these leave the field, they get banished instead. If they would get destroyed, they get banished instead. These 4 have the same effect except from M-Pen, so these 4 are good for chain blocking. Those are all the winged beasts I play. For the other monsters I play are 3 Dimension Shifter. Because my deck mainly banishes, this card is amazing when I come to it, because I first hear round either 1 or 2, I think it was round 1. He went effective Havness, the mill 5, I think it is, I can't remember. I dropped this on him and he had to banish everything, which was handy. The only way to activate this is, there has to be no cards in my graveyard. So, just want to let you guys know about that. And I think the best card in this deck, 3 Advents. So I can banish 1 winged beast monster from my field or hand, and add 1 floowandereeze monster from my deck to my hand, or a field spell, which and then if the search success, you gain 500 life points. So it's also a great way to go into time a bit. I've not used this time effect. I've used it every game because it's the greatest card. Ever since the tins, the deck's been cheap, except that this is still up in high price. I think it's still at 70, I think. Don't know, but the later you know about that. And the last but not least, one. I play 3 of the field spells. What this does is you can reveal 1 level 1 floowandereeze monster in your hand and banish 1 floowandereeze card from your deck. Banish it, then just normal summon it. The reveal is not for cost, so if this works, you can chain block most of your games, which is hard for them to ash. And another great side about this is if your opponent normal summons on resolution, you can normal summon. So it's a way to take your opponent's turn and mess them up. Lastly, for the last flu spell I play is one, what's it called again? Unexplored Winds. What this does is I can reveal 2 winged beast monsters in my hand, not for cost, and draw 2, put them at the bottom and draw 2 cards. I only use the draw effect only once against Altergeisters because we went to game, I forgot if it was game 2. I activated this and I was desperate. I needed to get the draw. Thankfully, did not have Ash, but it's still great. And if you're going to tribute someone, you can use one of your opponent's cost tributes. So you can use one of their monsters, or you can use one of their spell and traps. It's just really handy to have. And that, for the pot cards I play, 3 Duality, 2 Extravagance, and 1 Prospering. Of course, you probably know what most of these does. Part Duality revealed the top 3 cards of my deck at 1 turn. I can't special them in this turn, but that's not what I do. And it's just great. Extravagance, do my main things. 1, banish either 3 or 6 from my extra deck. Draw 1 card for each banish 3 cards I do. And 1, it's like extra, but you choose the cards and reveal the top. If you're 3 or 6, add 1 to hand, but your opponent takes half the damage. Say I'm soon gonna get 3 Prosperity, so I just put 1 instead of 3 extras. You can play just 3 extras if you want, but I'm soon about to get 3 prosperities. And now Dark, and of course Dark Ruler no more and no morph. Thank you Megatins for misspelling Dark Ruler. What it does is all fatal monsters my opponent controls have their effects negated, and their monsters can't respond to the activation of Dark Ruler. It's great. It's great because I do a whole lot of stuff which I can't get my opponent. I need to stop my opponent from not negating it. And there was one time I faced a hero player who had DP, Sunrise, Absolute, and I think Wonder Driver. I dropped this and I was able to win that round. Was I? Yeah, I was, because I dropped evenly on him as well, and he just kept the absolutes, kept Sunrise, and that's it. But you can't deal damage as the turn is activated, so yeah. 1 Terraforming. This is just ways to get your map. That's all it's just used for, just to get map. And sometimes I use it as an ash bait, so they don't get me map when I have a map in hand. I borrowed from a friend a playset of Dimension Fissures. I should have some soon, but what they do is, when a monster would be sent to grave, it gets banished instead. I played this against the same tier match, and they lost because of them banishing too much. See, people were siding this. I decided to main this because I sometimes don't see that much of Dimension Shifter. So I decided to try that, and I saw it every single game. It was brilliant. Now onto the traps. I play 1 Dreaming Town. This is during your opponent's main phase normal summon. So it's just really great to get Ravina or Eggland or whatever level 1s you have. And if I normal summon a level 7 or higher, I can banish this from my grave. all my opponent's monsters has to go face down in defense position. I did not use that effect at all, but like I said, I use I usually go visor effect, target itself, my opponent's monster, and this card, so I can keep on using this, which is very great. For the last traps I play, 3 evenly. And my locals, they were confused why I played this. They thought it was going second. It is not, because this is mandatory in Flu. Because if they, with tier cheeses, they could just go with a bunch of negates like Will Kello, Drag Stapilia, Kick Hallows, and all that lot. What I do is just drop Dark Will on them and then activate this. So they don't. It just sucks I have to miss my battle phase, but it's worth it. You can activate this during your turn if you control no other cards on the field, which is handy. During the end battle phase, you activate this, and depending on what cards you control, your opponent has to banish face down equal to number 1. So I usually just go activate. This is the only card, so they have to banish just all except 1. For the extra deck, I play a bunch of random, kind of weird stuff, but like Fusion, Exceeds, and Links, which I'm going to show you now. For the Fusions, I play 1 Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon, 1 Destiny Hero Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer, 2 Elements Will Kalos, Red Eyes Dark Dragoon, and Mirror Jade. I play Winter Cherries in my side, so these are mainly so I can just go Winter Cherries, reveal, and I get to look at my opponent's extra deck, banish all copies. I don't have Kick Hallows, but I put this in because this is still a negate. They can possibly maybe still go into this. I have no idea. But if you have Kick Hallows, put Kick Hallows in. It's great. I don't make any of these fusion monsters, by the way. Like I said, that's cherries. I do play a bunch of Xyz. These in the deck, like I said, Winter Chase Target, Gigantic Sprite, Cyber Dragon Infinity, the Gooska, Totally Awesome, and Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon. See, this is really not a Winter Chase target, because I just go this with M-Pen and another level 10, because most of them are level 10. I usually Xyz into this and just make them lose 2 battles life points per game. Like I say, Sprite's still a bit of a problem. I can deal with it because they mainly want to go into Gigantic. Infinity, I just ran out of room for 15th card, so I just found this and put it in. Gusa, because it's still annoying, so in defense, almost have to go into defense, which I can't let that happen. And totally, Sprite Frog's still a thing. Hard to come over when they just go Alpha Vivre, so yeah. For the Link monsters I play, Access Code Talker, like I said, Winter Chase Target, and Underworld. This is kind of Cherry's target. I do use it to get rid of their Underworld Goddess, but worst case scenario, I can always make this to steal my opponent's monsters, which will be kind of funny. Last but not least, these are the only monsters in my set that I will possibly go into. Lurlos, Assemble Nightingale, Down Magician, and Zeus. Because all my winged beasts are level 1, I can make this, and then swing it into battle phase, do this and this. That's all I just make. Of course, this is how you get into Zeus. Zeus detaches 2 materials, all monsters, all cards in the field go except itself, which is quite good. Of course, I do have a side deck. Place it of Ghost Winter Cherries. Like I said, my whole extra deck's mainly Winter Cherries targets. What this does is, if your opponent controls more monsters than you, reveal this, and reveal 1 card from your extra deck. I look at my opponent's extra deck, and I have to banish all cards with the same name. So, I only use, I have not played this at all. I think I played one time against Sprite and just revealed this, so they don't get Gigantic. And you guys are going to probably ask why I play this. I do still continue playing this. There's an odd chance they can input more Dark Willow barrier statue. All I just do is drop this and try and win. which is funny. People will judge me on this, but this is my deck. I just like it. Oh, that was a close one. And of course, Cosmic Cyclone. I do not play Feather Duster in the deck or Lightning Storm. I just play this because I want to get rid of stuff because like I said, we have an Altergeist player, get rid of their skill drain, or Zombie World, because those two cards can kill this deck if I can't help them. Of course, you have to pay 1,000 snipers for cost, but it's worth it. And this is the funniest card in my deck, and the band played on, because we have Sprite. What I just do is activate this, and my opponent can't special summon monsters equal to the how. Damn, I need to read this because I can't remember. Neither player can special summon monsters with the same level as those monsters they control. Neither player can special summon monsters at the same rank as those as well. So if Sprite just drops a level 2 monster, I can just activate this and they can't do. What do they do then? I find that I have not used that at all today and yesterday. And the last card in my side, either way, all my monsters are wing beasts, or I just do this. We have a few people who play just some other. We have live trends, which the main deck is Cyburst and the SX Fiends. We also have this. I first one person whose whole main deck is literally all different types. I can't remember what it's called. Tri-Spy, Reacts, the old Beast Warriors, Wing Beasts, Thunders. I just stopped them. And yeah, that's the whole profile. Hope you guys enjoy it. And hopefully my win streak continues on in the future. Hope you guys enjoy this.